friends and family, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend with me. I hope that you are all doing well and continuing to take care of yourselves as you journey beyond narcissistic abuse. Today, I wanted to talk about a special type of narcissist. And I don't mean special in a good way, but listen, this type sets thirst traps. Yep, they set thirst traps and they use their children to do this. And this is where you can see that they're so unstable and they really don't care about anybody. They use their children as bait. Yep, that's right. Now, both male and female narcissists are very capable of doing this. I just believe that the female will do it a little differently. You may find that she plays the role of the damsel in distress and she's looking for a savior to help her. But when it comes to the male narcissist, what you'll find is that they play the role of super dad and they use their children as bait to lure in other women. And a lot of the times you find that, these women that fall for this trap are either single moms and they're desperately, well, not even desperately, but they desire somebody to step into that missing spot that may exist in their child's life. And they want somebody to be there to be a father figure to their children. This is a very normal desire to have a full family where there's mother and father and you're able to raise your children. So if this is you, I don't want you to feel bad. I don't want you to feel like this is against you. Listen, I, for one, would love my kids to have two healthy parents, to have two parents in the home that are there to demonstrate what love is, through word, actions, and deed, and all of that stuff. But this type of narcissist is specifically looking for women and men who fit the mold. They go out into these dating streets and they look for people who they feel can, fill that role, or they'll be able to use for supply by using their children. When it comes to these type of dads, for instance, let's say, there's certain things that, society just expects us as women, as mothers to do. Play with our kids, spend time with our kids, do homework with them, and that type of thing. And it's not that it's just expected on women, but it's expected of all parents. But then you find this type of dad going ahead and, posting extra pictures about what they're doing with their child, or, every update on social media is, I took my son here, I took my daughter here, I did this. And you'll find in those type of posts that all women flock to that. A lot of women flock to that, barely any men, and are now praising and giving all adulation to this person for just being a parent. First of all, you're doing what you are supposed to do. There is no congratulations for that. And, that's not to knock anybody who is genuinely sharing what they're doing with their children. You have to remember that when dealing with a narcissist, it's a different ball game. They use their children as thirst traps to lure in potential supply sources. Once you get into those situations, you begin to realize that, hold up, first of all, they don't even love their children like they pretend to. That's all a facade, because all of that is nothing more than Kodak moments. But then they, if you have children, they demonstrate an interest in your children and begin to work to turn your children against you. You've got to be very careful when you're dealing with a narcissist, because they want to isolate you in as many different scenarios as possible. So it's not just isolating you from your friends, your family, but your own children. They want to drive a wedge between you and your children. Your children begin to see a new side of you, because now they're experiencing you walking on eggshells, taking all types of abuse and things that they may not have seen before, because now you're with a narcissist. Or it may be a repeat pattern and they're just like, oh. And the narcissist is there devaluing you in front of your children. They're belittling their targets in front of their children. All the while, they have the kids on a pedestal. Kids can do no wrong. But we know that even though these children may be put on a pedestal, they are still supply sources to the narcissist. The narcissist couldn't care less about them. They do not care at all. They seek to destroy everything that they come in contact with. Remember, they come to steal, kill, and destroy. John 10:10. And you've got to be very careful and very aware of this. Listen, when people are sharing their children, it's a beautiful thing. But we don't share our children that they would be thirst traps. We don't share our children so that they bring in supply sources for us so that we can begin the process of ruining somebody's life. But this is what you find with this type of narcissist. You'll find once you're in this type of relationship or situationship, transactionship, that it's nothing but future faking. This happy life that they promised you, this happy life that they said that we could have with our blended families, is nothing more than illusion. It was all to draw you in. Once you begin to see these inconsistencies, accept the truth for what it is. They were lying to you from day one. They meant you no good. And now they are working hard, diligently. They are committed to the process of destroying everything that you have worked hard to build, including your own sanity. So as much as possible, when you see the signs, get out. It's not that it's just about your own mental health, your own emotional health, your spiritual health, your peace and your well-being, but it also affects your children. One of the dangers that you run, one of the risks that you run is that your children grow up to see you as weak. They grow up to see you as unable to stand up for them and do what is right. They may grow up to hate you. Or they'll grow up seeking to destroy this person at all costs. We don't want to, give our children childhoods that they need to recover from. We want to do as much as we can to help them along their way right now. So if you're with this type of person, and if you know any of these people, get away from them. They mean you no good. When people come into your lives, it's not so that they can come and bring devastation. Listen, I want you, if you hear anything that I say today, please understand that when God created you, He thought about you first. He just didn't put you together randomly. He had a plan and a purpose for your life. He did not form you out of clay and breathe His breath into you, place you in your mother's womb so you can be tormented. That was not His plan. That is not His desire. That is not His objective. It's not His goal at all. And so therefore, this narcissist, if that's how they are making you feel tormented, they're in error. You have every right to exercise all resources at your hands that are available to you to begin to rectify this situation. Listen, greater is He who is in you than he who is in the world. I hope this encourages you and that you are taking care of yourself. Until the next discussion, be good to yourself, honor yourself, and God bless you.